If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think.
Between them, Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit.
Terence Crawford, Canelo.
Yeah, I believe Terence Crawford is going to be in top shape, and I believe.
Legends of boxing are praising Terence Crawford's incredible abilities. Tonio Gates asserts with confidence that Crawford will prevail because, in terms of speed, technique, and ring IQ, he is simply the greatest boxer in the world. Crawford is still making an impression on both competitors and fans. As more legends come forth, his supremacy in a variety of weight classes demonstrates that he is a unique skill. Crawford becomes an unstoppable force that no one wants to deal with because of his excellence.
Terence Crawford, Canelo.
Yeah, I believe Terence Crawford is going to be in top shape, and I believe he's good enough to outpoint Canelo. But I believe the power would be a challenge, if you will. So I'm going to say Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Because I think Terence Crawford is the best boxer in the world.
Israel Madrimov was sparred with Terence Crawford. Gives the argument a unique level of legitimacy because he has personally witnessed Crawford's tactical prowess. He is the one Madrama bets on with confidence, especially in a 12-round fight. He contends that Canelo Alvarez's offense would be progressively destroyed by Crawford's greater endurance, accuracy, and adaptability over time. Crawford's contributions to the table as the rounds mount up are amply demonstrated by this type of affirmation from someone who has experienced his pace and pressure inside the ring.
If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think.
Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, what do you think about that fight if they did fight? Looks like it's up for September.
Good fight. You know, if 168 pounds, I think it's Canelo, but it's Canelo better technique because 50-50. If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think. If knockout, it's Canelo.
What makes Crawford so difficult to fight against?
He has power, smart, in more practical.
He has more experience. He's very experienced.
The offensive difference between the two fighters is seen from a different angle by Amir Khan, a veteran of both speed and top combat. He identifies Canelo's propensity to absorb clean strikes when under pressure as a weakness in his game. Khan, however, observes Crawford more significantly. Khan emphasizes Crawford's physical prowess and his capacity to manage the tempo without taking damage, making him a formidable and resilient pound-for-pound fighter who doesn't require a Canelo victory to prove his superiority. Khan is a defensive mastermind who seldom gets caught off guard.
I fight them both. Like, what are the differences between them? Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you can see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So, look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Widespread feeling of amazement in the boxing community is reflected in Conor Benn's response to this proposed fight. His tone conveys the gravity and intensity of what this fight represents to champions with disparate histories and skills.
With Crawford going up, I believe he can put a beating on anybody 154, 160.
But not 68.
Nah, Benavidez is...
Canelo. Yeah.
Canelo. I think he's a smart fighter. He doesn't rely on his power. Crawford ain't a fighter who just relies on his power. And then Canelo, you know, when he's fought Belenga, then fought Ryder, Munguia. It's even. I think it'd be a 50-50 fight if Crawford fought Canelo.
Raleigh Romero, who is well known for his direct views, thinks Crawford will win this crucial match. His confidence is based on observation rather than mere hype. Romero probably notices Crawford's better timing and flow. Many believe that Canelo's power will be the decisive element, while many see footwork and unrivaled counterpunching as the kryptonite for his compact and aggressive approach. Romero relies on Crawford's accuracy and ring intelligence.
Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Really? Yeah?
Now, I'll tell you like this, I mean, the weight division things, you know, but I hope Crawford beats the shit.
Why do you want to see Crawford beat the ish out of Canelo?
I just hope Crawford beats the shit out of him.
Why? Like Canelo, is it because of the last fight? Like you haven't been a fan of Canelo, or like why? Like you like Crawford that much? Took your coffee.
What Canelo did on that day was disrespectful to boxing. It was just simply disrespectful to boxing in every way. Canelo.
A seasoned trainer offers a more thorough examination, emphasizing traits that statistics can't quantify rather than credentials or resumes. Greatness is about qualities, like focus under pressure, not about names on a record, the capacity to perform well under duress, and the inner guidance that propels a fighter to victory during pivotal times. Despite Canelo's praise, he sees all of that in Crawford Atlas. Crawford's inner edge, in Atlas's opinion, may tip the scales.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. And I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? You know, but those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Despite Canelo's lengthier stint at heavier weights, the size difference appeared insignificant, and many were. Astonished by the visual differences between the two boxers during their face-off, in contrast to many who jump weight classes, observers observed that Crawford appeared equally physically prepared. Crawford is impulsively taking a deliberate approach to this task. He is preparing his body and fitness especially for this fight, making sure that he is not just increasing his weight, but also his level of preparedness.
World going at it. And yes, weight class is a little bit different for Terence Crawford, but he's not fighting what I would consider to be a normal 168-pound fighter. Canelo is not that, right? Canelo has moved up multiple weight classes to get to 168. So they're really, I mean, when you look at him standing toe-to-toe here, you don't see a massive size difference for Canelo. In fact, you kind of see the opposite. But we also have something we're going to be breaking down when it comes out, a Pierce Morgan Uncensored between Canelo and Bud Crawford. I hope that they get these two on ESPN.
David Benvitz acknowledges Canelo's shown power and ring domination, while introducing a dimension of strategic complexity to the discussion. BNVDAS does not discount Crawford. In fact, he believes that Crawford's work ethic and mental toughness are the intangible elements that have the power to turn the tide in Benvetta's favor. He feels that Crawford has what it takes to shock the world in the area of thinking, which is more important than physical equipment.
The Ring magazine, which is owned by Turkey, reported that Canelo and Crawford have agreed to the September date and that it's essentially on. What is your I know this has been rumored and talked about, but now it seems like a done deal. What's your reaction to this?
It's a good fight. You know, it's a good fight for both of them. Good fight for I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, you know, but I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
Yeah, I know you said like he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
I think you give him like a 7 out of a 10.
Oh, five, just
Crawford is good. Crawford is good, and of course. I think he's been known that he's going to fight Canelo for a long time, and you know Crawford he likes to pick up the weight, so I'm sure he's been working on the weights for a long time. So. You know, Crawford, when he has, with a person that has a big IQ like that, if you do enough weights, you know, and you stay working for a long time, you know, you have a
because of his technical skill. Alexander Usyk, the master of countering size advantages, leans towards Crawford. Usyk's belief that talent frequently trumps physical bulk is supported by his own victories against bigger opponents. Despite the inherent size differential, Crawford would be able to outpoint a more static and predictable Canelo thanks to his better timing, feints, sharpness, and ability to change stances.
A potential fight between Canelo and Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
How do you see that fight? Who
I
do you
like Terence. It's
Wow.
my friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence, it's different man. Terence work in two sides. Two sides.
Right.
Yeah.
Switch hitter.
Yes.
He's a switch hitter. Yes.
Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and plays like
Adjustments.
spacing,
Exactly.
boxing.
You don't think the weight difference will be a factor too much?
Mario, you're asking him?
That's why I'm asking exactly.
Mike Tyson has nothing but respect for Crawford's ability to dominate opponents with smart movement, razor-sharp timing, and in-fight flexibility. His perspective strikes a balance between adoration and caution. Tyson is aware of the harsh reality of boxing too, and cautions that entering a heavier category requires more than simply technique. It also requires the ability to take harder blows and react when strength becomes the equalizer. He is more worried about the potential damage of the fight than if Crawford can prevail.
I just came from Crawford's last fight.
In LA?
Yes.
You went to it. What'd you think?
I thought that was a tough guy, and that guy gave, you know what I mean? I'm glad that he came back the last two rounds. You know, that guy was very awkward and strong.
Super awkward.
Yeah, and this guy fights anybody. Crawford fights anybody. Yeah. I don't agree with that, you know, because you got to look good in order for you won't mess up your next fight. Because if you fight this guy, you don't look good. The fans, I don't want. He's not gonna look good at win with this guy. You got to constantly have fights that you know and fight a guy that's gonna make you look good. The guy got to pressure you or something. You know, this guy's running around. Crawford's not used to this kind of movement and
Weird
stuff.
fit.
Yeah, awkward as a motherfucker.
You think are you ready? You think the world's ready for Crawford Canelo?
I support Crawford and Canelo both, but
I mean, it's the fight people want to see, right?
Nah, I don't think they want to see him fight Canelo. You think so? You think they want to see him fight Canelo?
Yeah, for sure.
It's why I think it's what Crawford wants too, right?
He wants to fight him too.
I think he wants to make history.
It's a big fight.
Well, that's to make history is worth doing it.
Yeah, I think he wants to. You ever follow the WWE?
I love WWE.
Shocker Stevenson, who's also a rising star and technician, fully supports Crawford. He rejects claims that Crawford is too small for this task. Stevenson claims that people undervalue Crawford's strength and physical presence. More significantly, he thinks Canelo won't be able to close the talent difference. The respect Crawford enjoys among the next generation of great fighters is further demonstrated by Stevenson's support.
Yeah,
What do you
but
say about that?
I think skills pay the bills.
Yeah.
And I feel like, truthfully, he's not as little as people think. Like, people think he's like very small.
He cut weight to get to 147, 154.
Yes. He's not as small as like people think. It's just he look like it.
Yeah.
So like if you see him
in person
and he get on a scale or something, you wouldn't believe that's his weight.
I told somebody the other day he might get on the scale weighing like 166, 167 fighting Canelo, and people wouldn't believe how ripped up and cut up he'll still look. He won't look like he's overweight Terence Crawford. He gonna look like a solid Terence Crawford.
I think he beat Canelo though. I've been saying I remember when he fought when they fought. Go watch an interview. I think Terence Crawford would beat Canelo.
Okay, I wouldn't say that.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
No cap.
I did tell him after the Smith fight, I said, man, go get Canelo. You the greatest.
Yeah.
This era.
For sure.
Yeah, it's no question.
No question, yes.
Actually, back to the you and Terence working together, because you've shared everything you've learned from him. There was fans doing their homework in the Avanesian fight and in the Spence fight, saying actually it looks like Terence may have taken a couple things from Shakur as well, not just Shakur taking things from Terence.
No, that's for sure.
Crawford switch hitter. He did all right in his first fight at 54, but now he'll get more comfortable as a bigger guy. You know, he's actually not that small, this, that, and the other. Yesterday on my program, Ade, I spoke to David Benavidez, and I asked him about this fight, and his response surprised me. I want to play this clip for you and get your response to David's answer. Here it is.
It's a good fight for both of them. Good fight for. I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, you know. But I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
Yeah, I know you said like he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
think you give him like a 7 out of a 10.
Oh wow, that high! I thought you were going to say like 25 just because of the size.
Good. Crawford is good, and
of course.
I think he's been known that he's going to fight Canelo for a long time. And Crawford, he likes to pick up the weight, so I'm sure he's been working on the weights for a long time. So.